What is going on, people? RexBebop back again, and we're gonna be talking more Dead Rising because honestly, I know I'm late on this. I'm like 5 days late on this after the whole Capcom Next thing, and they had an whole overview about the Deluxe Remaster and all that. I'm a bit late, but I had to get my thoughts together on this one. But it looks good. I don't care what anyone says. This looks absolutely amazing. Like, there are some censorships here and there, but it's like that's expected. I mean, look at the age we're living in, man. This isn't 2006 anymore. Like, y'all kind of had to expect this, just to a degree, right? But this looks absolutely stunning. All of it, the character designs and all that. I even like Frank's receding hairline going further back every time he shows up now. I love how this is becoming like a running theme now. Every time he like shows up in anything, it's like that hairline just keeps receding back and back and back. But above all, this looks like a phenomenal remaster to me. And the whole reason I'm even bothering with this at all, again, I believe I said this in my last video, but this may be the last Dead Rising thing we see. This, I swear, the whole thing with this being even a thing is probably just so they can gauge like whether or not they should even bother bringing this back at all. Like bringing a fifth one, or just, I don't know, nuking Dead Rising 4 altogether and just starting that from scratch and being like, okay, Dead Rising 4 off the record or something like that. At least to me. But it makes sense, doesn't it? Like, have a remaster of the first game, or, you know, a deluxe remaster of the first game, and just have at it. You know, see where it takes you, and let's see if they actually pick it up, because we're not gonna waste our time on this. This probably is the last gasp for this series, and I do not want it to like fade into obscurity, because you realize how many what happened to Dead Rising videos I've seen over the years since Dead Rising 4. A lot, way too many. And this coming out of relatively nowhere, this wasn't on anyone's bingo book this entire year. Just to see it back in any capacity, and even seeing it back like this, was the improvements that they did. And even like there's a whole like staircase leading up to the daggone to the vent that you can get survivors in. They even fixed that because they knew full daggone well, like, getting the survivors up in that vent, if you know, you know. But that was absolute hell, getting the survivors into that vent. So the fact that there's even a staircase leading up to it is just like, oh my god. So they fixed like the worst thing about this daggone game altogether. I mean, and the UI looks nice. It's a little too clean. I wish they would have kept the old one, but everything else just looks so good with this game. It's like, it's really good. It's just really good. I'm just hoping that Dead Rising 2 gets to see the light of day, and even Dead Rising 3. All right, and then they can pretty much like say like, okay, let's make a proper Dead Rising 4 this time, or just say screw it and just skip over 4 and do Dead Rising 5. Just pull a Sega and be like, okay, Dead Rising 4 doesn't exist. Here's Dead Rising 5. Or in this instance, Running with Scissors does with Postal 3. They pretend like Postal 3 doesn't exist, and it's a whole reoccurring joke. But I'm willing to give this a shot. I don't care, man. Like, I really want to see this series drive again, because again, Dead Rising is such an important series to me. Because again, I played it on the original Xbox, the 360, and I've had a blast with it. I played the HD ports, both of them, like all the HD ports of them. Dead Rising 4, again, oh god, this is one of the instances where I wish my old channel was still up, so I can like pick apart and like add footage on what I was saying back in that video, because I ripped that thing to shreds. I really wish that was still up. But yeah, Dead Rising 4 definitely caused the fall of this franchise, and to just see this back in any capacity is still like wonderful to see. But again, I'm gonna give this a legit chance. Again, there's some censorship here and there, and TJ Rotolo is not reprising Frank at all. He said it was done. I'm gonna give this new guy a chance, because it's not really fair to him. We haven't even heard him yet, and people are already writing him off. It's just like, oh, he sucks, or they're pretty much gonna port or try to mod TJ Rotolo's like voice in the game when they get it on PC, and I was like, y'all not even giving this man a chance. As long as he doesn't sound like the guy from the fourth game, that's fine. I'm fine with it. But like, give him a chance first. But yeah, this might be the last gas, and I'm willing to give this a full-blown shot. I'm willing to give it a shot once the physical version comes out, because physical is better. I don't care what anyone says. Digital, they can just take that away, but you guys all know the story behind that. But yeah, that's another Bebop Quickie. I can't wait for this. Again, this wasn't in anyone's bingo book, but I'm glad to see this series like back in any capacity. I'm praying that it thrives, just so we can see a remaster of Dead Rising 2, because I can just imagine how good that will look. But yeah, again, the first game is really just as important as the second game to me. So, and even the third game, like, it doesn't get that as big as it was and ambitious as it was, it doesn't get that much credit. And I hope they see like that come back in some sort of capacity too. Nick doesn't get a lot of love either. He really doesn't. But yeah, that's another Bebop Quickie. I'm gonna get out of here. RexBebop signing out. Peace. See you when I see you. Give us a chance, man. If you're on the fence about it, I'm just say straight up recommend it. If you want this series to thrive, give us a chance. I don't want this to fade into obscurity. I really don't. And Capcom, Dino Crisis. Come on. People are begging. People have been begging this for years. If Dead Rising can come back, Dino Crisis next. Come on now. But seriously, that's it. I'm getting out of here. Y'all behave and be safe out there. Later. Oh yeah, and editing Rex here. One thing I forgot to mention. I pray to God that the soundtrack is still intact, because you cannot have a Dead Rising soundtrack without Justified, Gone Guru, Fly Routine. Like, you cannot do the soundtrack without like all the classics from the original soundtrack. Just add some new stuff in, and that's it. That's it. Leave the soundtrack alone. I cannot see the Psychopaths not having their theme songs. Jesus help me. Like, that's the other thing I forgot to mention. Alright, that's it. I'm out. Take care.